We're back to the blue couches now with Leslie Mitchell. She's the founder of Lucy's First Step. Leslie, it's nice to have you back on the couches today.
Thank you for having me.
For those who don't know, what is Lucy's First Step?
So Lucy's First Step is a local charity here in Erie that was started by my husband and I after the death of our daughter Lucy. And what we do is we help other grieving parents through things like our support group that we're going to be starting. One of our most utilized services is paying for funerals and headstones. That's a very big unexpected expense for parents.
And we've shared this before, but our Emily Matson was a friend of yours. She lost a child and she struggled and she suffered through that. But Lucy's First Step was very helpful. I had many conversations with her about how helpful you were to her in her time of need.
Yeah, Emily was such a dear friend of mine, and I'm heartbroken about her loss every day. I was telling you during the break that it's so hard for me to be here and not feel her and think of her while I'm here. And after she died, one of the things that I thought of is, okay, we need to have a group that specifically helps moms through this type of grief.
Because quite often you'll counsel anybody who comes to you, right? But quite often it's couples. But this is, you're just going to be talking with moms, right?
Yes, through our own experience and my husband and I navigating through the grief ourselves, one of the things that him and I both discovered was that he grieved differently than I did.
Yes.
And we're not isolated to that. It's very common that women grieve differently than men do. And I wanted to have a group that focused on helping the moms through this. And then after we get this established, we'll poll the moms and see if there's interest for a group that focuses on the men and how they grieve.
And not to diminish the fathers or the men's grief, but it's hard for women to even begin to comprehend or explain what it feels like to carry a life and to not be able to see it to fruition.
Yes, and you're right. It's not diminishing. It's just different.
It's different.
The grief that we carry is just different than the grief that they carry.
And I feel that they have a hard time expressing that because people just don't understand.
That's correct. And it's not only that. It's the support group is great. Some people even don't like the support group. It's difficult for them. So even for the moms and our dads, our counselor who's going to be there to moderate the session, because I think that's important than just us sitting around discussing our grief. And we all know how hard it is. I wanted to have a counselor there who would help push us along and help us navigate through that. So we have a counselor who maybe you're not good in the group setting, for the moms or the dads, and if you need something more private, our counselor could also help you with that.
So this Mother's Grief Support, it was started really after Emily's death. It really spurred you to be thinking of a different way to be of service. The first one is next Thursday?
Yes, next Thursday is our first one. I really wanted to get this going a little bit quicker, but as you know, life happens, and I have a full-time job on top of running Lucy's First Step, so it just kind of like, oh, we're going to do this, and then it kind of, I had to stop. But finally, we are getting started. Our first one will be next Thursday, May 22nd. I would really like, if you're going to come, if you could just shoot me an email or a text message. My information's on our website. Just to let me know that you're coming, because I'm going to try to have some maybe like refreshments and a snack there. But then we are hoping to run every third Thursday.
Okay. I love it. You'll have to come back once this is up and running and kind of talk us through how it's going and what you're noticing, what the needs that these grieving moms have.
I would love to do that, and it would be really great if I could get a mom besides me to maybe come also and talk to you.
Share a story.
Yes, it's hard for me to ask that. It's such a personal.
It is so personal.
You know, I'm listening to your other couch guests today, and it's like, oh my gosh, that's so much fun. And then here's us, which is not. It's not a happy topic.
But it's
however,
so important.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is. My heart. I wish to God that nobody ever needed us, and we could just go away, but unfortunately it's a reality for so many parents.
It is, but the comfort that you bring to families and to women who seek your services is really something to be proud of.
Yeah, I'm very happy that we're able to be here, and again, just thanks to our community who always supports us with our mission and our fundraising events. We can't do what we do and provide comfort to our families without the support of our community.
Yep.
So thank you for that.
Check out the website, which is?
It's lucy'sfirststep.org.
Love it. Leslie, it's nice to see you today. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Let's toss it back.